All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the Akim and to the elect, that are scattered throughout the four corners of this earth, pushing this truth out in faith and in sincerity. All right, now I just want to get in, try to get in a quick lesson, before I hit the J, the job or whatever. Basically going into, that Babylon the Great in the scriptures, that's referring to America, right? Because it's not going to, when you read the Bible, the Bible speaks in, codes and, parables. The Bible is like a big puzzle, and you gotta have the Spirit of the Most High on you to be able to, to put the puzzles together, basically, So the word America is not going to be found in the scriptures, but America is being mentioned, right, by code name Babylon the Great, right? So I just want to grab a few precepts, proving it, Lord willing, it's not too long, and I hope that you brothers are edified by it, whoever may not know. All right, so first off, I'm gonna start in Psalms 137 and verse 7. It says, "Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom," right? The children of Edom, basically that represents the Edomites, the Caucasians, white people, to simplify it, right? Those are the Edomites. It says, "Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof." Right, so that's talking about when the Babylonians was taking us down. Edom, right? The Edomites, they helped them, right? They helped the Babylonians, take us down. So it says, it's telling the Most High to remember, right? So it says, "O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee, as thou hast served us." So it says, "O daughter of Babylon," right? So this is not speaking about actual Babylon, but it's saying the daughter of Babylon. Now, when a mother has a daughter, the daughter looks just like her, acts just like her, So we know that this is talking about a place that is just like this place, Babylon, right? But it says, "Happy shall he be that rewarded thee, as thou hast served us." Right, so it's tying Edom in with this Babylon, So it says, "Happy shall he be that rewarded thee, as thou hast served us." It says, "O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed." So by destroying this Babylon, right, that's how the Israelites were going to be able to get Esau back. You see, so that's why it's mentioning Esau with Babylon. Right, because Esau is ruling this place, Babylon. Right, he's in rulership of this place. Because if this was talking about ancient Babylon, right, how is destroying that Babylon, going to get us payback on Edomites? Because Esau was not ruling that Babylon. He was not in control of that. So this is talking about a different place. A daughter of Babylon. Isaiah 47. "And one, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon." Right? So now Isaiah is talking about the daughter of Babylon. Right? "O virgin daughter of Babylon." It says, "Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." Right? Why is it saying the virgin daughter of Babylon? Because America, nobody has ever made war on the shores of America. Nobody's ever came over here and waged war. Nobody's ever done that. No nation has ever done that, right? America always went over to different countries, and made war, right? But nobody ever came over here to do that, right? So it's likened unto a virgin. It hasn't been penetrated. It hasn't been penetrated with war. But it says, "Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover the locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Right, so this place is being exposed by the prophets. You know, we are the ones that's letting you know that America is missing in the scriptures and that America is going to be destroyed. Right, America is being exposed, and also the rulers of this place. Right, Esau, Edom, the elites. It said, as for our Redeemer, the Yahweh of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Right, so now let's jump down to verse 6. It said, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavy laid thy yoke. Right, so the Most High is saying that he has given his people unto this Babylon. Right, and Esau didn't show no mercy unto them. You know, but we understand that the Israelites or the southern kingdom went into captivity, right, in Babylon. But we know that all tribes are over here. So this has got to be talking about a different place. This is Jeremiah 50:4. Let's get verse 1 real quick. The word that Yahweh spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Right, so this is talking about Babylon. The same Babylon that Isaiah was just talking about. The same Babylon that was mentioned in Psalms. But so verse 4 says, in those days and in that time shall Yahweh, the children of Israel, come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek Yahweh thy power. So the children of Judah represents the southern kingdom, and the children of Israel represents the northern kingdom. Right, so they were going to be in this Babylon together. Right, it's mentioning them. It's mentioning the children of Israel and children of Judah because they separated during the time of Rehoboam, King Solomon's son. They separated. They became two separate kingdoms. But when they went into captivity, the southern kingdom went one way to the Babylonians, right? And the northern kingdom went into the Assyrian captivity, which they went into captivity first, right? They went into the Assyrian captivity, right? With Shalmaneser V, you know, Sennacherib, you know, all of them, right? And Babylonian captivity was with Nebuchadnezzar, you know. So this is talking about a different place, right? Because the children of Israel, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, has never been together in Babylon, in ancient Babylon. This is talking about today, right? This is talking about today. So let's get Revelation 17. I start at 1. It says, there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Now this great whore represents America as well, right? And it said that sitteth upon many waters. What's that talking about? If you jump down here to verse 15, it says, he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are people, multitudes, and nations, and tongues. So at this place, this great whore, right, America, has all of these different nations over here, all these different religions and languages, and America is a melting pot, basically, right? Everybody is over here, right? That's what it meant when it says that sitteth upon many waters. It represents these different nations. Verse 2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Right? So through America's philosophy, through America's democracy, right, it influenced all these nations, and all these nations followed after their ways. It says, I'll jump down to verse 5. It says, and upon her forehead was the name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Right, so it says Mystery, Babylon the Great. So if this was talking about Babylon, the ancient Babylon, why would it be a mystery? You know, why would it have to be a mystery of Babylon if this is just talking about that Babylon? Right, so we know that this is not talking about it. This is a mystery. Like I said, the Bible is written in code and puzzle, right? And the Most High has given us the Spirit to put these puzzles together. This is Colossians 1:26. Even the mystery which had been hid from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints, right? So people didn't know this. We didn't know that America was mentioned in the scriptures, right? A lot of people still don't know. Some people do, right? But a lot of people still don't know. But the mystery has been revealed unto the Most High's prophets, right? But this is Revelation 17:6. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints, right? Because we came over here into slavery, you know, and they have committed many atrocities unto us, right? You can read about slavery, you know, about all the wicked things they did unto our people, right? And also the Northern Kingdom, right? Gad and Reuben, so-called Native American Indians. You can see that you can read up about how they slaughtered them as well. It says, and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua, and when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. Right, so the word martyr basically means to be a witness, right? But this is talking about the ones who got put to death for preaching Yahushua. Where did this happen at? Right? It didn't happen. It didn't happen over here because I forgot the exact scripture, but it says that we have not resisted unto blood. You know, we haven't been put to death for this truth yet, right? Those times are coming, but the ones who died for Yahushua, the apostles and those believers over there, happened in Rome. Right? That happened in Rome. So why is it mentioning that? With Mystery Babylon the Great? Because they could have easily said Rome. Okay, we're talking about Rome. This is Rome, this and that, because Rome is mentioned in the scriptures. Why couldn't it say that? Because it's not talking about ancient Rome. It's talking about modern day Rome. Rome coming back all over again. Right? America is Rome all over again. That's why you got the White House and these government buildings, this and that. It's made in the same structure as the Roman buildings. You know, it's this. You got the Colosseum. That was you got this football stadium. You just had the Super Bowl. That was the Colosseum back then. They get that from that, right? You got the Roman numerals when they naming a Super Bowl this, Super Bowl that. It's in Roman numerals. When you Google your body, like the anatomy or whatever, or like different body parts, right? They have certain names for certain things on your body. It might say, I don't really just know about heart, but it might sound like the latimus dorsus or some shit like that. That's all Greek and Latin and Latin terms, because this is Rome, right? This is Rome. So this place is drunken with the blood of the saints and with the martyrs of Yahushua, because the prophets are back today. The prophets are here. Reincarnations in the scriptures, all right, but that's another lesson. But let's get Isaiah 13 and 19. It says, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldean excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. So this scripture right here is saying that Babylon is going to be destroyed the same way, right? Its destruction is going to be likened unto the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, right? We know Sodom and Gomorrah, the Most High rained fire down on that place. That didn't happen unto ancient Babylon. That didn't happen. It never happened in history. You can't pull up in history and see when did Babylon was destroyed the same way as Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. So this is Daniel 5 and 30. It says, in that night was Belshazzar, the king of the Chaldeans, slain, and Darius the Median, right? This is dealing with Babylon, right? This is how Babylon fell. And Darius the Median took the kingdom, being about 62 years old, right? So the kingdom of Babylon was overtaken. This kingdom was took, and it was ruled over, right, by the Persians and the Medes. So it wasn't destroyed. How is that being destroyed at Sodom and Gomorrah, right? It's not talking about that. Because ancient Babylon was just taking over. But let's go back to Isaiah. Isaiah 13:19. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldean excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. So it said that this place, Babylon, after it be taken down and destroyed, it's never going to be inhabited again, right? Modern day Babylon is Iraq. You have people over there right now. So what is this talking about? And the Most High, he's not talking about Iraq in these scriptures, man. He's not talking about that. Iraq is not influencing the whole world. You know? This is talking about America, man. This is a future prophecy dealing with America. But it says, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie down there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. Right, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. Right, so only desert-like creatures are going to be living in this mystery Babylon after it's destroyed in the same likened manner of Sodom and Gomorrah. And what's going to do that? The missiles, ICBM nuclear missiles, right? And I'll touch on that in another lesson too, Lord willing. Right, I don't want to make this lesson too long, you know, because I do got to go into the job. But let's get Jeremiah 50 and 13. It says, because of the wrath of Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon should be astonished and hiss at all her plagues, right? Same thing Isaiah was talking about. After it be destroyed, it's not going to be inhabited no more. Right? So let's get Jeremiah 49 and 16. It says, thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and deprived thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Though thou shalt make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith Yahweh. Also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. We just said this is about Babylon. So as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighbor cities thereof, said Yahweh, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. Right? So, wherever, this is talking about where Edom is. It is mentioning the same thing they said about Babylon in Isaiah. The same instruction, right? It's mentioning about Edom. And Psalms just said, O daughter of Babylon, it mentions that with Edom. So Edom is in this new Babylon, and that's going to be destroyed as Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. Right? Esau is ruling this place. Esau is the king of Babylon. Right? Let's get Isaiah real quick. Isaiah 14 and 4. It says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? So this is dealing with the king of Babylon, right? Esau, Edom. And how do we know we're talking about Esau? Because when you go down, right, it says verse 13, for thou said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the side of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High. Who said this? Right, the book of Jeremiah just mentioned it, but I'm going to go to Obadiah. Obadiah 1 and 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus said Yahweh power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. So that's dealing with Esau going into space, right? Making all these space stations, you know, and things of that nature, right? That's Esau, Edom. So Esau is the king of Babylon, right? Let's read Jeremiah 49 again. Jeremiah 49:16. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee in the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. Edom, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldst make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, said Yahweh. Also Edom shall be a desolation, everyone that goeth by shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighboring cities thereof, said Yahweh. No man shall abide there, neither shall the Son of Man dwell there. All right, now let's get Revelation 18. It's Revelation 18:1. After these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and it's become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, in a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. The same thing Isaiah was talking about with those desert-like creatures, animals that are able to live in desert-like conditions. It says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth that committed fornication with her. Right? These other nations follow after the ways of America, the democracy and all of that. Voted in leaders, right? They get that from America. Right? In America, get it from Rome, because they had the Caesars, they had the Senate, and all those things. It says, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of our delicacies. Right? Because America is a consumer nation. America buys products and different things from all these different nations, right? So these different nations are getting rich off of America. Babylon wasn't doing that, It says, for her sins have reached, verse 4. It says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High remember her iniquities. No, Salaki. Let me read verse 3 again. It said, for all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Right? So this is talking about America, because Babylon didn't have influence over the whole earth, over all the kings of the earth. Right? Revelation 17, which speaks about that great whore. Revelation 17:18, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Right? So Babylon didn't reign over the whole earth. Right? They only had just one section. Right? But Esau, Edom, America reigns supreme over everybody. America is over everybody. America has the military might and all of that. So this great city is talking about Babylon right here. Revelation 14:8. And there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel, right, so it said Babylon is that great city. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So this Babylon that's going to be destroyed, that made the nations drink of the wine of the wrath, right, of her fornication, this Babylon was going to produce the mark of the beast, right? Which is the RFID microchip, right? Because you read in Revelation 13, right? Matter of fact, let's get it. Revelation 13:16. It says, and he causes all, both small and great, and rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, say he had that mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right? So this mark is RFID chip, right? That's what it is. If you didn't know, this is going to be the new buying and selling system. This is how you're going to operate in America in the days to come when the dollar crash, right? So when these things happen, they're going to make this chip. When did ancient Babylon do that? When did it do that? That's how we know that this is talking about America, man. And if you read verse 10, it says they're going to be tormented with fire and brimstone, the missiles, and in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So when this place is destroyed, as Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed, the Most High, the Most High's Son, Yahweh Shai, and the angels are going to be here. Right? They're going to be here. His return is going to have happened already. Right? Because he's going to return first, then this place is going to be destroyed. That didn't happen in ancient Babylon. See, it's too many clues that shows you that this is talking about America. Right? Because Yahushua, he is coming back. When he returns, he's coming back to an Edomite ruled kingdom. And I'll end it off with this. This is Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. Talking about Yahushua, right? Coming with the angels and the chariots. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and will trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. Right, which is symbolic for how much killing is going to be done when he comes back to Edom. And where is Edom? In America. Right, this is the main place of Edom. This is where his home base, you should say. Right, this is where he's reigning. Right, America, Babylon the Great. He's in control of this. You know, so that was it, man. I hope brothers were edified. And with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Chakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Peace and salutation to the Akim, to the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, prisoners of truth and faith and sincerity. Shalom, brothers.